Okay, so the screen is visible. Hello, Rajesh, Hussain, Lakshmi, am I audible? Hello, guys, am I audible?
You are
Yes.
audible, sir.
Okay, so I'm just going to what. Okay, in the last session we had completed about the OSPF in graphical user interface mode. CLI is also a very small commands are there like whatever the way we configure in the RIP, right? Like config system route. Okay, then we set it the config prefix we say we given in the subnet mask, right? In the same way we need to create as area, and we need to do the routing as well. Okay, so upcoming batch I'll recall you guys, because you can rejoin on that and you can get to know everything. Okay, or already video has been uploaded, you may go and watch that video. Okay, so yeah, in the last session we have completed the OSPF. Today we are going to discuss about the net introduction. Okay, what is the net? So you guys are aware, except Najis, Hussein, and Lakshmi, because
Yes, sir.
you guys know about the network address transition.
Yes, I know.
No, no, you guys are aware about
Yeah, yeah.
net. What is the net,
Yeah,
Lakshmi?
I mean, for converting the public IP to the internal IP segment, right?
Converting to what? Private to public or what?
Yeah, I mean, so you'll not be able to map it to the public IP which we get, right? To all the things. So that's why we use the netting.
And any other things? How many types of stating and nettings are there? Type of nettings.
I'm not.
Okay, so let me start. So for that we need to understand the IP addressing first. Okay, so I believe you all are aware about the IP addressing. I'm not going to discuss about the octet and the bit and bytes. I'm just going to give you a small example. Okay, so how many IP address? IP address, right? IP address is known as a logical address, correct? Logical address means we can change the IP, right? Whenever required.
Yes, sir.
Permanent address is a MAC address which we cannot change, right? Like your mobile device IMEI number, that is your MAC address of the mobile, the laptop, or every hardware and electronic device is having their own serial number that is known as a MAC address, and this is a unique. Okay,
Physical address.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now IP address are let me change this first. Okay, so here only IP address is divided into two parts. One is a private. Okay, first of all, there is a classification of the IP address: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class E. Okay, so what is the value of the range of Class A?
0 to 127.
Zero. We are not going to assign the zero, but we can say 0 to 127, right? After
Yes,
that,
sir.
128
128,
to
191,
191. After that,
192,
192 to 223,
22,
224 to 230,
243.
239,
Yes, sir.
and 240 to 255. Okay,
Yes.
is it visible properly, or do I need to change the this
No
bit?
issue, sir. No issue, sir. It is visible.
Lakshmi, everyone, let me change this. No problem. It will not take much time. So here I'm not getting option to change background. We can change, right? Anyway, if it is not coming, no problem, we'll have to manage here itself. Okay. Okay, so we'll start again once again. So IP address is a 32-bit, right? 32-bit decimal address, correct? In IPv4, there is an IPs are divided into two parts. First of all, IPv4 and IPv6, right? In IPv4, we have a 4 billions of IP, but in IPv6, there is unlimited now. Okay. So here this IPv4 is divided into the four part: A classified, A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class E. So Class A is a 0 to 127 is the range is 0 to 127. Class B 128 to 191, and Class C 190 2 to 223, and Class D is 223 to 239, and Class A is 240 to 255, right? Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Clear.
yeah.
Okay. So this is about a classification. But at the same time, there is an this is about the classification, but this classific class has been divided into two parts now: public address and the private address. Okay. So public address we need to purchase, private address we don't need to purchase, because in this from this class only we the INA is an organization which is taking care of addressing complete addressing, right? Clear? INA is the organization which is taking care of addressing part like IP address, MAC address, okay, port number. These all the things taken care by INA. Okay.
Okay.
So this is at the time of classification. They thought like for the private area use. Okay, private area. What is the private? Like your lane network. Okay, not in the WAN public network. Okay, for the in your internal office you can use the some private IP ranges. So in every class they are having some IP addresses. Okay, they given free IP addresses which we don't need to purchase, which we can assign into our PC for the local communication. Okay, clear?
Little bit confusion, sir.
Little bit confusion in where?
I mean, private IP, public IP. Uh,
Okay, just a minute. Let me
in our live, we are using the private IP and public IP.
Okay, for that,
Public IP using that connecting to public. I mean, the browser. Little
l-
bit confusion, sir.
yeah, no problem, no problem. Let me describe about the public IP and private IP first. So for that, we need to go to the Google first. Okay, to verify the private IP and public IP range. www.google.com, public IP, public and private IP addresses. Okay, so go to the images. You can find the public IP and the private IP. So this is the private IP range. Okay, and this here it is clearly mentioned. Okay, let me open this web browser. Okay, so different IP addresses are there. Okay, private IP and public IP. Okay, so in class A, we have a private IP that's 10 from 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255. Complete this 10, okay, in the class A. Class A is from 1 to 127, right? So from 1 to 127, between 10 is reserved for private addressing, okay? I will explain you what is the private address. In class B also, we have from 128 to 191. In between, the INA has reserved this 172.116 series for the class B, okay? And the class C, the INA has reserved the 192.168 series from 192.168 to 192.168 to 55.255. Its complete 192.168 series has been reserved for private use. Okay, in local area network, for the local area network. Okay,
Okay.
these are the network from 1 to 126. If you wanted to purchase from this range to, you need to pay your ISP. Okay,
Hmm.
and you are not owner for this IP address for lifetime. It doesn't mean that you purchase. You are just subscribing, like you are subscribing for Netflix, Amazon, right? For sort on like monthly or yearly basis. When your payment is over, the services will stop, right?
Yes.
So no one is by paying or by this IP, purchasing this IP, you can't be owner for this IP. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so public IP we need to purchase. Public IP in the sense internet, complete internet. What is the internet? Internet is the intercommunication of the ISP to ISP. Entire worlds are connected from ISP to ISP. One ISP, okay, INA. First of all, INA from INA to. Let me show you. I think you guys are not aware much more about this
Yes.
INA. Here, first of all, INA has been, you know, this is an INA website, okay? So INA is the root. After that, it is divided into five parts. Arin, African, for the African region, okay, like African countries. There is one another branch that is called Afric. This is Afrinic, okay. Then after that, Apnic for Asia Pacific region, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. We can get that our ISP can get IP address from the Apnic. Means whatever the IP like Airtel, Tata, they cannot directly purchase from the INA. They need to purchase from Apnic, okay.
Okay.
So these are the divided into five different regions. Okay, based on the geographically, this is divided. Okay,
Okay.
and the public IP need to purchase from there. Okay,
Okay.
and the private IP we don't need to purchase. Let's suppose I'm having a laptop. Okay, so CMD IP config. So what is my IP address now? 192.168 means this is a class C private IP. Correct?
Yes.
The machine which I'm using now. Correct, 192.168.29 means this is my wi-fi network, and this is the 192.168 means completely this is a class C, and I'm using a private network. Okay,
Okay.
who is going to join now?
Mm.
Clear na?
Yes. Yes. It's diff automatically.
Okay, okay, so it is clear, correct. So
Yes. Yes.
this is the way this is divided by the INA in two parts, like private and the public. So private we don't need to purchase, public we need to purchase. Now how? Let's suppose this is your private network. Okay, um, this is your PC. These are your users, nothing more than these are your users. All the users are connected with the one switch. Okay, one switch. This is a switch. Okay,
Okay.
and the switch is connected with the router, and we take a one lease line, or we can say internet connection from one of the ISP. That is, let's suppose Airtel. Okay,
Okay.
and Airtel. Let's suppose there is a Google in the public network. Okay, Google server. Okay, so let's suppose in this side I am assigning a 192 192 168 192 168 dot 10.1. Okay, in this interface. So my PCIP will be the same series: 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, 10.5. So these are the part of my local area network from here, not here. This is my public, but from here this is my private area network. Okay,
Okay.
because we're using a private network. And here, okay, for this internal communication 10.2 to 10.3, 10.4, 10.5, when one to each other they wanted to come establish the communication, okay, from here, they will easily communicate, okay, because all are having in the same private net, in a private area network. But when they wanted to reach the Google or Facebook, they required some public IP, okay. Without public IP they cannot go out, the traffic will not go out, correct.
Yes.
So let's suppose I'm having one IP address that is a 1.1.1.1. Into this interface I received it, I got this IP from my ISP, and my another the gateway for gateway IP is 1.1.1.2, okay.
Okay.
So I'll do here, whenever the user will, by default private cannot establish the communication with the public, and public cannot directly establish communication with the private, okay. To
Okay.
resolve this query, to resolve this problem, we are having one option that is called net. Net is nothing but that is called as a network address translation, which is acting like a mediator between private network and the public network to establish their communication. Okay.
Okay.
Now clear, Lakshmi, Najis, Hussein.
Yeah, Mahesh. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there is the IP addresses. You guys can go and watch. You read their from the INA what the INA is doing and what are the kind of IP address, public IP and private address. Okay, so your
Okay.
doubt will be more clear. I believe though I tried my level best to clarify these things. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now how many types of we are having the is network address translation. So network address translation is not only using for establish the communication from the private network to the public network. It is hiding your private network in the over the public network. Okay, how it is hiding your network? Let me through the example I'll try to explain you. Let's suppose one user, okay, this is one user PC connected with the switch to the router, okay, and router to the internet, and internet to the, we are having one public Google server, like this is a Google server, the IP is a 8.8.8.8, okay. So same example, 192.168.10.2, I'm having IP address of 10.2, here 10.1, okay, here 1.1.1.1, here 1.1.1.2, okay. So now this user wanted to reach the public network, okay, by using the private network. So what will be the packet will become like, they wanted to reach the Google, so the packet will become like one source IP 192.168.1.2, and the destination IP will become our 8.8.8.8.8, right. Some I'm giving some 135 is a port number, and here I'm giving 443 as a port number. So source port will become our 135, and destination port will become our
Yes, okay.
443, and some make address leave it that, make address also leave it that, okay. So here the packet is moving towards the router receive the packet, and it send the request via public network. So in this kind of scenario, when someone man in middle, okay, some hacker is there who can see our source IP like 192.168.1.2. So in between they can capture our packet, and they can request some other query with the same IP, okay. So there is a chances of the IP spoofing, okay. So in this time, what our network address translation is doing, this IP is mapped with our public IP like 1.1.1.1. Okay. So here from here, when the router send for throwing the packet towards internet, the the IP will be changed. The source IP will become 1.1.1.10. Destination IP will become 8.8.8.8. The destination source port will be a 135, and destination port will be a 443, like this. So here in this scenario, our private IP is not going to in clear text, or it is not exchanging, or it is not shareable over the internet. Okay. So this is one kind of security providing by the network address transition. Clear?
Okay.
It will map the private IP with the particular public IP. Clear na?
192.168, 1.2, correct, sir? That one,
Uh,
this IP.
that will be this will become, this will be mapped with your interface public IP network.
So, 10.2. This is the 10.2, correct? Source IP.
Source IP is a 10.2. This is a
Yeah.
10.2, but this
Yes.
will
Now, correct.
merge with the 1.1.2.
Yes, I am fine, sir. Okay.
Okay, so now types of types of network address transition we need to know. Okay, so network address transition is a service which enable us to map one IP address with another IP address. Means we can say one public IP to private, or you can say one private IP to one public, or we can say group of public private IP with a group of public network. Okay, NAT a feature which enable private IP address to communicate with the public IP address and the public to the private. Okay, NAT. But when we talk about the IP address as we discussed, like public IP address and the private IP address. Public IP address are those address which are easily accessible via internet and they are unique in the world. Public IP is a unique. I'm using some private IP in my local area network. Okay, I'm using some private IP in my local area network, which okay, which anyone can use. This is my, this is my private network. Let me explain. This is this is my private lane side. Okay, this is my lane side, and I'm using here 192.168.10.0 series. Okay, my company name is ABC. Okay, abc.com. Another company is also there, XYZ company, that is also, that can also use 192.168.10.0/24. Means private IP can use by any organization, okay, for their internal communication. But when we talk about the WAN, okay, the WAN is a complete public IP, group of public IP, and it is a unique in entire world. Let's suppose I purchase one, I subscribe one IP, I received one from my SP. ISP has given me one IP address, that is class A 1.1.1.1. Okay, so this is for me only. In entire world, it will not be the same for any country or any region or entire world. Okay, so this is a completely unique, like Aadhaar card, like your car number, completely unique, right?
Yes.
So the public IP is unique, but the private IP anyone can use. Like bicycle anyone can do anything, right? But not with the bike number. We cannot change or modify.
Yes.
Whatever we receive, that is our identification number for our bike, or like Aadhaar card. Okay, whatever number we receive, correct, that is completely unique. Correct now, clear?
Yes. Clear, sir.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
okay, so now we are having some other concept like private IP address. Private IP address are those address which can be used by private organization for their internal communication. They are not maintained by internet or ISP maintain only public IP address, which we discussed already, right? Information, if your packet will arrive on internet with private destination IP address, they will drop the packet due to no route information. Okay, what is the meaning of this last? So I'm just trying to explain. This is a user. Okay, again I'm giving this 192.168.10.2 IP address, which is connected with the one of the switch to the router is having 10.1, the 192.168.10.1, and I'm having 1.1.1.1 IP from the internet, and there is one server, that is a Google server. Okay, which is a 8.8.8.8. So how the packet will come, the request will come to the switch to the router, and the router to the, let's suppose there is no NAT. Okay, no NAT has been configured. Okay, so the packet will receive by the router will send to the packet to the public network, because it will based on the source and destination. Source, it will say 10.2, destination is 8.8.8.8. So it will blindly send to the public network. The packet will receive by the Google server. Okay, 8.8.8. The packet will receive the by the Google server, like 192.168.10.2. Okay, like without netting, because there is no netting, means there is no mask of IP. It will come by default IP, right? So packet will receive, and the Google will, this time the source will become 8 dot, the packet has been received by the Google. Just assume the packet has been received by the Google server. Now it is giving to reply to the internet. Okay, so how the packet will become 8.8.8.8 will be the source IP, and destination IP is 192.168.10.2. Okay, so it is received by the internet. Internet is nothing but it is a group of internet service provider. Okay, So here completely IP, public IP address details will be available into the internet, right? There is no private IP. So any service provider will, the service provider, respective service provider will receive the packet, and it will check the source IP is correct. Okay, this is a public IP. The private, the destination IP is a private IP, which is not available into my routing table. So I need to drop this packet. So this packet will receive by the public network, but the reply will not come to the your PC. Okay, this is the meaning of this last line. Will drop the packet due to no route information, because the router, the public IP, the ISP does not have their the information of the destination, so that the packet will obviously drop. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Clear, Najis?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why this is not going to erase? Okay. So now next, why why NAT required? So I already explained this. Now assume that company has private IP address in their lane, and a lane want to communicate with the internet. LAN will generate a packet with private source and public destination. Packet will go to till destination, but reserve packet will not come. To solve this problem, we use NAT. That we already explained, right? Types of NAT. So types of NAT: static NAT, dynamic NAT, paired, and the static paired or destination NAT. Destination paired, we can say. Okay. So what is the difference in between? So static net will get to know one by one. Static net, dynamic net, and paired, and the static paired or destination net. Okay. So static net. Let's suppose again we have a user with the 192.168.10.2 IP. Okay, which is connected to the switch to the router to the internet. Okay, and internet to this public server 8.8.8.8. Okay. So by static net, I can map one private IP with the one particular public IP. Let's suppose I'm having a 10.100.1.1.1. So I will map here into the, by using a router or by using the firewall, I can map this private IP address like 192.168.10.2 will map with 100.1.1.2 or 3, or even we can map with the 1 also. Okay, so by this, any whatever the IP pool you receive from your public this ISP, you just merge with 1 to 1. One private IP we can merge with the one public IP network. Okay, let's suppose you have one more user with the 10.3 IP. This request will not go out. Okay, because it is not mapped with any public IP. So static net is nothing but static net. By using a static net, we can use one private IP network with the one public network. Okay, but which is not used in real time. So don't think much more about this. It was used earlier in 90s. Okay, when the internet was costly and the IP address was costly. So at that time, we use that for the specific user to allow to access the internet. Okay, so static net
Yes.
is not using. Okay, but we will cover in the practice, during the practical. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so before that, there is some things like types of net. So I would like to explain some more thing about this. So let's suppose Cisco ASA. Okay, there is an Palo Alto, and there is an FortiGate. Okay, FortiGate. So Cisco will work with the static net. Cisco, just a minute. Cisco support static net, dynamic net, paired, and the static paired or the destination net. We can say destination net only. Okay,
Okay.
and Palo Alto also static net, dynamic net, paired, and this netting is also UNet is a designed by the Palo Alto, which is not supporting in the Cisco. UNet is vendor specific netting, which is supported by the Palo Alto because designed by the Palo Alto only. Okay.
Okay.
The FortiGate will support static net. It will not support the dynamic. It will support the paired, and it is support the static paired or the destination net. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So static net is clear. Dynamic net is nothing but that is also similar. Okay, that is also similar. Let me erase this. Okay, so dynamic net. When we talk about the dynamic net, we have some group of you know group of public network and the group of IP address of the private network. In this, we are, let's suppose we have one user. The IP address is 192.168.10.1, 192.168.10.2, 192.168.10.3, and the 4.3, 4.4, 10.4. Okay, 10.4. This all the users are connected with the switch, and switch to the router, and router to the firewall, router to the internet, and internet to the public server. Okay. So dynamic net, we are having a four, okay, and we purchase some pool of IP, so public IP. So that is like, let's suppose 100.1.1.1 to 100.1.1.3. I purchase this IP address, okay, and I configure the netting, and I call this complete pool from 10.1 to 10.3, and I configured here. So the packet will come, the first request will come, and it will map with the 10.1 at 100.1.1.1. Second packet will come, and it will map with the 100.2. Okay, the third will become 100.1.1.3. It will map. Okay. Okay, now again, this packet is coming now. This packet is coming now. Okay, 10.4. So there is no other, no public IP available for this 10.4. Okay, so 10.4 will drop the packet because there is no public IP, free public IP, or in this. So this will wait, or it will drop the packet, or we can say first come first serve. Means the request which will come first, that will accept, and that will send to the over the internet. The request has come and the send to the internet. The request has come and the send to the internet. But when we don't have a free public network, at that time your network will wait, or the packet will drop. Okay, means here also there is a one to one netting only, but we are having a group of pool of IP address. Clear?
Yes,
Once
sir.
this is a free, this 10.4 will go at 100 again, by mapping the with one of the public address like 100.1.1.12, like any public app. The free public app, there is a 10.5, there is 10.6, all can reach to the internet. Okay, but it should be a free public IP. Okay, that is also not in use. This static net and dynamic net both are not in use, but we will do in practice. Okay.
Okay.
The use is in a port address transition and the static paired or destination net. These are the only thing. These are the two network address transition which we are using in our network.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the paired and the these things? Let me explain you. So port address transition, by using a single public IP address. Okay, the users are connected here. Okay, 10, let's suppose 10.0.0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, and so on. Okay, so all are connected with the switch, and switch to the, they are connected with the router, and router to the internet. And again the same example, the firewall. Now let me we have a one public IP address. Let's suppose this is a 10.1 0.0.100 is a gateway for all of them, all of the users. Okay, means this interface IP is a 10.0.0.100, and I received one public IP from one of my vendor. That IP is a 9.9.9.9. Okay, and the 9.9.9.10 is a gateway and the next hop for this. Okay, and here also 8.8.8.8. So this time, how the pet will come? You guys are aware about the port number. DNS is port number, DSCP port number. Every service is working with the particular port number, right?
Yes, sir.
So
I
you
know.
guys might be available. This is all, the port number is also maintaining by the INA only. Okay.
Okay.
So port is a 60. The value of the port number is 0 to 65,535. Okay. In this port we have some noun port address that is around 1023 or 1000 something,
0 to 1023. Yes.
1023, right? So you can minus
Yes.
and around this 64,000, you are by using a single public network, the 64,000, uh, 64,000 traffic will receive will handle by your single public IP address by using a private this port address translation. How it will work? Let's suppose the packet is coming from there to 10.0.0.2. It will merge with one port number, dynamic port number. Okay, let's suppose the port number 40. 10.0.0.3, it is merged with the 41, it is merged with the 42, like 43. Okay, by using single public IP address, the this type of, the by the there is one extra header will be there, that is called the port number, which will add here, and through this the network will send to the internet. Okay, so by using a single public network, we can establish the communication in between 64,000 of users. Okay, let's suppose you are having a multiple pool of 9.9.9.9, and here to 11.11.100. So there's a lot of pools you are having, public IP pools, so you can millions of users can establish the communication by using a pool of IP. Okay, in pet also we can use the pool of IP. Okay,
Okay.
clear, all of you?
Yes, Mahesh.
Okay, so now we are, Najis, are you there? Okay, now we are talking about the destination net or this static pet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, a static pet, or we can say a destination net, both are the same. The name is only different. Okay, or we can just say in destination net. So let's suppose we have some servers. Okay, like web server in my network, which is connected with the switch. I have some one more web server that is also connected with my switch to the router. Okay, router not this time we'll use a firewall, and the network is there. Okay, and this is the IP of 192.168.10.100. Okay, and I'm use I the web server is running with the HTTP. Okay, HTTP. This web server is running with the HTTPS. Okay, so the IP address of this 192.168.10.101. Okay, 101. I'm just assuming 1.101. Okay, so the public IP of my network is a 1.1.1.1. Someone is sitting in the outside like us. We are accessing Facebook, YouTube by our home network, right? Correct. So how it will work? We'll just order to the firewall. Firewall. Whenever someone is hitting or sending a request for this hitting this 1.1.1.1, means this public network with the port number 80, you just send the packet to this server, and at the same time we'll tell this firewall, whenever someone is hitting with the port number 1.1 with the port number 443 port number is a https, it is a port number of http. Okay, so whenever he's hitting to the port number, the IP address 1.1.1 with the port number 443, like https, okay, colon slash slash, okay, and your website or your public address, so you can directly redirect to this request to this second web server. Okay, like this we can use a static net, a destination point net. Okay, clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the way, this is about the netting. Okay, and tomorrow we'll do a practice on this.